2. The night sky over Kyoto glowed bright red as flames rose into the air. People awoke in confusion, unaware that the course of Japan's future was being rewritten in that single night. At Honnō-ji Temple, the gears of history began to turn in a way that no one could have foreseen. Oda Nobunaga was a warlord who reshaped the age. He embraced firearms earlier than anyone, shattered the old traditions of battle, and crushed rival clans with relentless speed. Markets grew, roads opened, and for the first time in decades, ordinary people began to hope that peace might return. Japan's unification felt closer than ever. By Nobunaga's side stood Akechi Mitsuhide, a refined and disciplined general known for his intelligence and loyalty. He handled negotiations, strategy, and the most delicate tasks Nobunaga entrusted to him. For years, he served with unwavering devotion. Yet beneath the surface, tension grew. Mitsuhide offered careful, rational advice, but Nobunaga's sharp temper sometimes led him to humiliate Mitsuhide in public, cutting at his pride again and again. The small wounds accumulated slowly, deepening into a quiet and irreversible rift. On June 2nd, before dawn, Nobunaga stayed at Honnō-ji with only a small escort. He believed he was safe, but under the pale moonlight, Mitsuhide gathered his forces in silence. Torches flickered across rows of armor as they advanced steadily toward Kyoto. No one around him knew what he intended until he spoke the fateful words, "The enemy is at Honnō-ji." As the sky began to lighten, Mitsuhide's troops surrounded the temple and released a storm of arrows. Flames erupted, racing across the wooden halls. Smoke curled upward, and the crackle of burning beams filled the air. Caught completely off guard, Nobunaga seized a spear and fought with fierce determination. He moved from room to room, refusing to surrender. But the fire spread too quickly. The heat closed in, and every path of escape was consumed by flames. At last, with the building collapsing around him, Nobunaga stepped deeper into the burning hall and disappeared into the blaze. The man who had come closest to unifying Japan was swallowed by fire. Mitsuhide entered Kyoto and seized control, believing his moment had finally arrived. But fate would not grant him even 2 weeks. Toyotomi Hideyoshi, one of Nobunaga's fiercest commanders, marched back with astonishing speed, day and night without pause. Within just 13 days, he crushed Mitsuhide's army. Trying to escape, Mitsuhide was ambushed by bandits and killed on a lonely road. His brief grasp on power vanished almost instantly. Why did Mitsuhide betray Nobunaga? Was it ambition, revenge, or the final breaking point after years of humiliation? The truth has never been proven. It remains hidden in the shadows of history. But the tale of betrayal, fire, and shattered ambition still burns brightly more than 4 centuries later. A single night that forever changed the destiny of a nation.